Oh wow, hello Cried. How you doing? Oh, that was moderately annoying. I went to post my going live notices in various Discords, and the Discord decided to do the thing where it just won't embed my link for some random reason. Until I was about halfway through my list of servers, and then it started to do it, so I had to go back to the ones I'd already done, delete the original link, and repost it. It was very annoying. But anywho, meow. Hello, hello. Damn, 44 hours on this save. Meow. Mhm. It's doing that thing where it sits at 55% loading for fucking ages before it actually decides to get its button gear. Oh, my throat. The heck? Oh, there we go, 58. I don't know why it does that. Can't remember if that's something that 25 has done since the start, or if it happened after one of their updates. Just when you're trying to load into a multiplayer, actually, it might be single player as well. But I definitely notice it when you're trying to load into a multiplayer game or start a multiplayer game. The loading percentage will get to about 55% and then it'll pause for like a minute before it moves on to anything else. Alright, we are now able to get into the game though. Yippee. Yippee! Oh, why does it keep responding to... It's so annoying. For some reason, the map scroll, like the up-down scroll, keeps responding to the throttle on my joystick. It's somewhat irritating. Anyway, we're at March. Oh, right, we still have to... Uh, yes, we still have to do the soybeans in here. We got the oats, we got the sunflower, now we need the soybean. Okay, that will be... Ooh, ooh, ha ha ha. Tilly's not here. I get to use my new tractor. The new JCB, the big JCB. Right, we are full of seeds. Oh wait, can I even do soybeans this month? I have to move. No, I have to move on to April, don't I? Oops. Right. Um. Okay, well, we'll leave that hooked up there then to do the soybeans. Hmm. Yeah, there's no weeds growing here yet, apparently. And with precision farming, we really shouldn't be doing the nitrogen until... Actually, no, I don't have, I don't actually have the... Actually, I could put the sensors on, couldn't I? I've got enough money for that, yeah. So maybe I'll wait till next month to do the fertilizing, and I'll put the sensors on for that. We were doing solid fertilizer, right? Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. Have anything in here at the moment, do I? Oh, so I can just put fertilizer in that one and use it. Okay. Hmm. Oh shit, did I not change my... Oh, crap. Crap, I forgot to change all my frickin'... Right. Okay, well, we'll start with Twitch, and we'll change the categories and stuff there. I was in such a rush to get started today. Means my fucking video on YouTube is gonna be all kinds of fucked up, because even if I change it now, it's still going to... Where the hell is the one with my YouTube stuff on it? No, not that one. Okay. Yeah, even if I change it all now on YouTube, it's still going to save the video under the original. Um, where? Oh, stream settings, right? Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, because I'd been planning to start at like 7 p.m. EST. Um, and then I started running late because I had to eat. And then I was rushing to get started, and I completely forgot to change my my categories on everything. That's lovely. Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna restart stream for that. Just change the categories. At least I got my my blue sky post right. I said the right game in there. Anywho, yeah, next month I'll take probably the New Holland down to the shop. Actually, wait, no, I put a workshop in here, didn't I? Yes. Well, next month I will put the sensors on the New Holland so that we can use it for fertilizing. Fully use it for fertilizing this time. Oh. The last farm caretaker, exactly. Right. So we will start. I think we'll start by seeding this or planting the soybeans, because if I don't, then I know while I'm in the middle of fertilizing the other fields, Tilly will hop on and she'll start using, she'll start doing the seeding, and then I won't get to use my new tractor. Sorry, planting. It is a planter. Well, actually, it's both, but the soybeans. Oh, shoot! I forgot to check the. I forgot to check the cows before I moved the month ahead, didn't I? Okay, they still got food and water, so they didn't run out while I was doing. Why is the seed cover open? Sorry, bud. You're just gonna have to wait for the farm equipment to come through. Um, that's the unfold one, right? Yes. Okay. Pa 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 pa. Now, this is going to be interesting. Okay, yeah, so it does start up at that corner there. Okay. One of the next things I am going to have to get is bigger... Well, I'm going to have to get a separate seeder and planter in order to get bigger ones. Because while it's nice that this one does both, it's also only 6 meters. Which, you know, admittedly is better than like the 3-meter seeders that you usually start with on most maps, but it's still... And, you know, it's like... It's 6 meters, but it needs like 300 something horsepower to run it, and it's like, eh. I got it because it was a new piece of equipment with this DLC, and I wanted to try it out. And like I said, yes, it is cool that it is both a seeder and a planter and can do all the crops. Other than some specialized ones, obviously. But eh, I don't, you know, it goes pretty fast, you know, 11 miles per hour. It's not a bad speed, but yeah. It's definitely outstripped by something that might only go like 9 miles an hour, but has like a 12-meter working width. Yep. Yeah. She's gonna slow down going up this hill 7 miles per hour. Well, up to 9 now. This tractor definitely has an easier time going up hills with stuff though, because it's got a... It it has a CVT transmission. The other 2 tractors that I own are both technically manual transmission, I believe. But even if they're not manual, there's something strange in the gear ratios with them, where they just have a hell of a time pulling anything up a hill. Ba-ba-ba-ba-bam. Ba-ba-bam. You know, I'll throw on the cruise control here. And I do believe... So for cedars, I think I was looking at this one. Yes, it is still 300 horsepower, but it's 12 meters at 9 mile an hour. It is a direct drill, same as this one, and it also does fertilizer, so that's like 3 steps in one. It can seed, fertilize, and you don't need to do cultivating on the field beforehand. So it saves a lot of time. And for the planters, honestly, no, that one is not a direct drill. Okay. I might go with the Kinsey one, honestly. It will require liquid fertilizer, which is slightly annoying because everything else I have uses solid fertilizer, but it's the only option unless I go grab a modded one off the mod hub, which I might do. I might go have a look at what excuse me. I might go have a look at what planters are available on the mod hub because it's not something that I really looked at before. Because I do tend to mostly do grain crops. Oh, come on. Oh, really? Really? You're gonna go all the way around before you straighten out. Lovely. Yeah, I do have a tendency to mostly do grain crops, so I haven't really looked at the planter category on Mod Hub very much. I'm just gonna drive through the hedges. It's fine. They're partially mine anyway. Well, hello there, Jester. How you doing? Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Or this should say the other thing I forgot to do. Blue Sky actually has this nifty new feature where I can tell it that I'm going live. Oh. I've got to frickin' type in a link. There we go. There we go. We'll do 4 hours. Yep, there we go. There we go. Now, anyone who visits my Blue Sky thing, it will actually have a little icon saying that I'm live, and will, if they click on it, they will be brought straight to my Twitch stream. Oh, I had a super weird day though. Oh, that sounds interesting. I'm doing pretty okay, pretty okay. I have in fact had a slightly annoying day because I did have to wake up at 4 a.m. to go to work because, you know. Let's just put the night owl on the morning shift. You know, that's totally gonna be fine, you know. June, July. Ooh, another 2 or 3 months and we'll be able to sell all the baby fish that we got down there. Speaking of, that was another thing that I totally forgot to check on before I moved the month ahead. Not that it's super important that they be continuously producing. Yeah, I'll go check now. Because the amount that we already have there is going to... Oh yeah, they're totally fine, yeah. The amount that we already have there is going to rake in a hell of a lot of money. Oh, did we... I deactivated this, right? Yes, okay, good, because I don't want it using money. Okay, have a good lurk, Jester. Thank you for stopping by. I know, my stream times are not the best for everybody. I mean, nobody's can be, really. There's not really a time that you can find that works for literally everybody in the world due to the way time zones work. So all I can do is stream at times that work for me. Exactly. But it's even worse for me though, because when I first started streaming on this channel, I was working. Well, I was working. It was the same job, but it was a different location, and I was working the closing shifts pretty much every night. So I would get off at 11 local time or 11:15. So like that was like past midnight Eastern time. And I would go home and I would start streaming at like 12 o'clock my time, so like 1 a.m. Eastern, 2 a.m. Eastern in the summer. And so like most of my original audience, like you look on Twitch and it says I have like over 1,000 followers. Most of the initial part of that audience was built in that time slot when I was streaming like late at night for me. So now that I've gotten a schedule that is actually more normal and I'm streaming in the evening my time, a lot of the people who used to come and watch my streams on the regular basis just can't make it anymore because I'm streaming at a time when they're either asleep or working or, you know, doing something else that prevents them from coming and watching my stream. So it kind of sucks. Like, yes, I technically have 1,000 followers on Twitch, but I am essentially in the same position as somebody who is initially building their follower base, their viewer base. Like in terms of view numbers, I'm at the kind of position of somebody who's been doing this for maybe a year, rather than somebody who's been doing it for 4 years. Now, admittedly, part of that is also probably because I don't really promote myself very well. But still. That time slot thing is a major contributing factor. Mrs. Worldwide? Wow. I mean, a little taste of every part of the world wouldn't be, I mean, what? Oh, wait, no, never mind, sorry. I mean, I did just have some Aussie the other day. And if memory serves, I should probably be getting some Latina here a little sometime soon. No. But yeah, no. Hmm. I think it's also another part of it as well is I think really like my personality and my frickin' just the way that I stream. Even though like a lot of people do like comfy streamers, it's still very much the case that it's often the high energy I don't know how to describe it other than high energy, but you know the type of streamers I'm talking about. The ones that are like constantly on the go. They've always got something to say and they're always being funny and witty and you know they're super excited about everything and you know um those streamers tend to get all the viewers. Not gonna lie. Um but you know I can't do that kind of thing. Like you know, some people would try and force themselves to do that kind of streaming to get the viewers and the followers and stuff, but it's not me. I can't do that. I don't want to try and fake it because people can tell when you're faking that kind of stuff, you know. Like what I do here is me. This is me when I'm not being lewd, you know. Skyfer knows what I'm like when I'm being lewd. Uh, it's mostly in VR that happens. Speaking of, I really do need to start doing some VR streams again. I know it's not really again VR streams on Twitch. But I guess you could say it's basically the same as any other stream. It's like it's the energetic, happy-go-lucky streamers that get all the attention. Well, for the 100% safe for work streams anyway, the ones that get all the like really get all the attention are the ones who are doing the you know, dancing in sexily and skimpy outfits and really pushing their luck with Twitch TOS, you know. Yeah, I mean, like I said you can make it work as like a cozy, comfy kind of streamer without all the high energy, but you're definitely not going to get the same kind of growth that the high energy streamers do. Yeah, hot tub stream. Maybe I'll do that one day. Do a VR hot tub stream. There we go. I mean, this avatar does have a bikini, so you know. There we go. That's how I'm gonna get my growth on Twitch, chat. I'm gonna do VR hot tub streams in a bikini. Of course, then I basically end up getting pigeonholed into doing freaking sexy VR streams all the time, and I won't be able to do my comfy farming streams or Mech Warrior and stuff anymore. And then I'd be really sad and disappointed and stop streaming. Mm. It's messing up because I'm downloading too many Skyrim mods. Oh my goodness. Now, Dell has been consumed by the Skyrim mod fever. Swirl. ERC farming sim map. Look, I can't do map making, okay? And even if I could make regular maps, that would require a hell of a lot of knowledge and programming that I wouldn't have, and quite possibly might not even be possible. Skyrim modding is a once here thing for me. The viewer just hits me and I can't not do it. Yeah. I remember the last time I played Skyrim. I had a mod that let you play as a succubus. Complete with the whole, you know, having sex with NPCs to recharge energy and stuff. Ooh. Or it was doing it for some reason. I can't remember what the reason was now. Hello there. How you doing, Otaku? Yeah, no, I haven't touched Skyrim in ages, and I never really got very far in it. It was one of those games where it's like, you know, I'm like, yeah, I would really like this game, and then I start playing it, and I get like a couple hours in, and I'm like, okay, I'm kind of bored now. And then it just kind of sits there in my library for months on end before I go, you know, maybe I should give that another try. And I go and I'm like, yeah, now I remember why I stopped playing it. Sometimes it's more fun setting up the mod list, to be honest. Yeah, I hear that. Mm. Yes, I remember. I believe I heard something about Sunday. Mhm. Mm-mm-mm. Ba, 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 ba. Why? I literally just took a sip of drink. What the heck? Damn, Skyfer's trying to drown me. He doesn't want a birthday present from me. Okay. Ooh, I like this song. I did a solo to this one once. Actually, I think I might have done a solo to this a couple of times. I haven't done solos in a while. Well, I mean, I haven't done solos for quite a while. I did have a period where I tended to do like about once a month or something. I would be like, okay, maybe I should do a solo. The problem for me is I can't just say, oh, I'm gonna do a solo and then go find a song because I'm not really a big music person. I don't have a whole lot of stuff that I listen to that I can just, pull something out last minute and say, I'm gonna dance to this one. Um, so I have to find a song first. Like, I have to find a song and think, oh, hey, I would like to dance a solo to that song. And then, put in for a solo and start, and put the song in, yada, yada, yada. It kinda hard to lap dance to Sabaton, not gonna lie. Um, I do have one song that I actually danced to last night for the client that I had, because he wanted a little striptease before the main event. And yeah, first time I had tried dancing to that song, and I thought it went really well. And I would love to be able to do a solo to it, but it's like 6 minutes long. So I think most of the places that I dance at would be like, no, that's a little long. Okay. Oh shoot, when's when's the wool? May. Okay, so next month. Okay, good, good. I have not missed. It can't sell. January, May, July. Okay, I haven't missed anything. Haven't missed any Sally Seldings. Right, good. Bum 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 bum. Actually, no. I could just put the I could put the sensors on the new tractor. What do we think, chat? What do we think? Put the sensors on the JCB or the New Holland? Not sure. I'm not sure if Twitch will actually let me post a Spotify link, but I'm gonna try. Here we go. You think I should put them on the blue tractor because it matches my hair? I mean, that's, you know, that's fair. That's a legitimate reason. $14,000. You know, I might actually be able to put them on both. They're only gonna be like 14,000. Although they might only be 15,000 on this one. They might be more on the other one. Have the Yes, we have the top engine config. Oh, yep. But yes, I did in fact, assuming Twitch actually posted it, I did actually link the song in question in chat there for the Spotify link. That is my fertilizer over there. Okay. Yes, I did a dance to that one. I thought it went quite well. Thought it looked really nice. Judging by his reaction, I think he agreed. Right. I need to actually fill the silo first. Oh, crap. No, I can't. I can't afford that much. If 44,000, I can do... 10,000? Yeah, 10,000 liters. That'll do. Ba 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 ba. Okay. Right. So I have the sensors. Automatic application rate is applied. It is on. It is engaged. I can, in fact, go ahead and... Whoa! Oh, right. There's a fence there. Oops. That was an oopsie. Okay, let's see. Where is my lines for this? Uh, considerably further in than I was apparently thinking. Hmm. You know, I might not have needed all this extra freaking fertilizer that I put in here. Oh well. Oh yeah, this does use a lot less fertilizer than I was thinking. I don't know why I was thinking freaking fertilizer would go through so fast. I think I was probably misremembering it with the lime. I think the lime goes through the amount in the spreader really fast. At least when you only do it every 3 uh, growth cycles, like it suggests. You do it like once every time you plant or every time you harvest something, you just go out and lime the field. It'll go through it a lot slower. I'm not gonna bother with the GPS for this one. It's pretty freaking obvious where the fertilizer has not been. That moment that you put your controllers down and pour a drink while having elbow trackers on and mini jumps getting yes. The good old elbow trackers. Oh wait, I still have another field to fertilize. What the heck am I doing? Got the oat field over there to do as well. And I gotta make sure that the moo moo cows are fed and watered. Ah! Blind! Can't see. Oh, thank goodness. It did not, in fact, run into the fence. Or the gate, I suppose it would be. Meow. Ba, 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 ba. Herp. Yeah, we'll just fertilize some passing cars, it's fine. Or it might not be in 9 months, I don't know. Boom. Mm. Oop. There we go. Ah, blinded by the trees again. I really need to remember to make that corner in first person. Hmm. Oh, I just thought, do I need to Yes. I need to do the grass field as well, I think. Um, Also, judging by the fact that that's starting to get dark like that, I think I need to purchase soil information again. There we go. Oop. You know what? I'm just gonna go around and do that for all my fields. I have all of them updated at the same time. Here we go. Now, I think therefore I am. I think I need. Oh no, it's ready to harvest. Okay. And it's not saying stage something out of something, which means it's fully. It is at the full stage, I think. Oh, I'm gonna try and fertilize anyway, just in case I'm wrong, but. Yeah. It's got the. Oh, wait, no, it is. It is actually putting down some fertilizer. It's something on my monitor. Let's clear that off. Um, oh, it's actually letting me get that section. Nice. That's the waste, because I'm gonna have to frickin' like harvest this again right away anyway, and frickin' once you do that, the nitrogen's all gone and you gotta re-fertilize. But whatever. Well, should probably do something about that bump in the road, right? Too lazy. I believe... Oh no, we got some... Hmm... Nah, we've only got 5 bales in there. We'll have to hold on to this, have to hold on to this, cutting for animal food as well. I want to double check that though, make sure. Yeah, ready to harvest. Check. Farmland owned by area, potential harvest quantity, potential yield, land area, crop type, growth. Not saying stage something of something, which it usually does when it's still growing. Yeah, here we go. Growth stage 2 of 8 on this one. Okay, so yes, the grass is 100% ready to go. And I'm gonna use the JCB for it. Just because. Mm, 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 mm. Oop. Uh, oh, dumbass. There we go. That button. That button. Yep. Mm -mm. Mm. Mm. Interesting how the grass around the edge has not regrown yet. Despite the fact that we've had enough growth, enough of a growth cycle for the main field to actually fully, like it's gotta be four months of growth time to get the actual field grass to the full harvestable state. The meadow grass around the edge should have regrown. The point where I was actually, you know, cutting some. But apparently not. Mm. I mean, I'm not complaining. It makes things neater and easier for when we're doing the tedding and the baling, but mm, mm, mm. Mm, mm, mm. Ah, welcome back. Ice cream. I see, I see. Oh, I guess it is summer for you, isn't it? Yeah. And here I am stuck in the middle of a Canadian prairie winter. Actually, I can't really say that because these last few days have been really weird. It's been like really warm and windy, and like basically all of the snow is gone, which is really weird for this time of year. Yeah, it's linked back in chat. I threw a Spotify link in chat earlier. Ba, 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 ba. It's actually one that I've kind of had on my radar for a while. I actually got it from a playlist that I think it was Homebrewed linked to me at one point that they had for like it was literally titled Best Stripper Songs. Um, like I found that one on there and I really liked it, but like every I think pretty much every club I dance at has a time limit on solo songs that is shorter than that song. So it's like, but then my client last night wanted a dance, and I was like, you know what? Perfect opportunity. I just said I linked it back in chat earlier. It's a Spotify link. It shouldn't be hard to find. Oh, there we go. Or Skyfrick can just tell you. Mm, mm. And why is it interesting, Deledian? Hmm? Trying to find short versions of the epic songs of Expedition 33. I have not played the game. I have not seen any videos or anything on it, so I have no idea what the songs are like in it. I do hear it's a really good game, but other things I hear about it makes me think it's probably not up my alley. Mm-mm. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Comes to long lap dance songs, I know one real slow one. Oh yeah. Amazing game soundtrack is basically opera mixed with rock, which sounds... Ooh. That does sound good. Like, I'm not gonna lie. I was a big fan of Evanescence when they originally started out. When they first... Well, first got fame and stuff. With, you know, the whole... mixed opera and rock stuff. Wrong button. There we go. That's the buttons that I need. Okay, those songs are 11 minutes long each. Well, I mean, yeah. There's slightly different requirements for a video game soundtrack than for, say, an actual single that you want to release. Or even like a movie soundtrack, you know. Like, quite often a movie soundtrack, most of the stuff on there is only going to be about the same length as a regular song, with only like the main title and the end credits songs themes being, you know, exceedingly long. But for video games, it's like, well, when the song plays is more up to the algorithms and the player, really. If the game is programmed to say, well, when you enter into this fight, this piece of music plays. That's all well and good, but then after that, it's basically up to the player how long that fight is going to last, and thus how long the that piece of music needs to play for. Well, there's in French, so I'm going to find a cover in English as well. Ah. Well, if it was music that was created specifically for the game, Um, uh, well, it depends. Like, it's been long enough now that somebody could have done an English cover. It's just a question of whether any artists were interested in doing one, you know? Ba-ba-ba. Okay. Shoot. Actually, you know what? I just realized I don't actually need to use this one for the tether, do I? Oh, you son of a bitch. Really? You're... Oh, fuck's sakes. Okay. Da, 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 da. Set. Yes. Boom. Oh, oh, crikey. I gotta... Oh, shoot. I gotta run to the bathroom. I'm gonna do a be right back. Canada. Fuck yeah. Alright, yeah, let's get this one back up to the farm. Also, I'm back, by the way, in case you couldn't tell. Wow. Nyum. Nyum. The littlest JCB. Whoa! Drifting into the wrong lane. This is why you don't text and drive, chat. Whoa. Sod it. Just gonna cut the corner. What's the worst that could happen? Oh, yeah. Car could be coming the other way. Oh, right, yes. Let's see here. Yeah. Aha! Go. Gotcha. Alright. Actually, before we go grabbing any more bales, let us take these top two. Let us take these top two down to the queues, because they need more hay. It should maybe not be going quite that fast. That weight is apparently not not 100% counter for even the weight of 2 bales. Okay, let's just put this one in here and then wait for it to finish taking from that one, and then we'll put the other one in. Yep. Oop. Oop. Well, hi Brandon, how you doing? Yep. Here we go. Oop. Doing okay, just a little sick. Ah, that's unfortunate. But at least it's only a little sick. I think I need to get a bigger weight for the back of this tractor. Infection in your upper gums. Oh no. That's not good. I just had a dentist appointment just before Christmas. And I'm booked in for the 27th of this month to actually get started on some work. So hopefully once that first bit of work is done, hopefully I will be feeling better about things and hopefully have a bit more free energy to do stuff and whatnot. I love these JCBs. I love the fact that they're not super limited in reversing. Like, they can go basically full speed reverse. This is open wide. It's not for funny. Skyfer. No, I wouldn't want to anyway. Like, I mean, I guess he's attractive enough, but he's not really my type, so. And for starters, he has a beard, so, you know. That's a bit of a turn-off for me right there. Look, Skyfer, no, I am not going to fuck my dentist, okay? Jeez. Not everything is about sex, surprisingly enough. I know that might sound weird coming from a succubus, but, you know, it's the truth. Okay, I'm going to do the funny one. Okay, there we go. I got it back on there. Excellent. Well, I mean, I suppose when we get right down to it, I guess I'm not a real succubus. My VTuber lore still applies. It's just, you know, I'm currently partial to the form of a succubus. rather than the cat girl that I was using before. Mm. Wow, imagine. Imagine thinking that the equivalent of a frickin' job name tag actually, means something. I'll have you know that banner is required by my job. At that particular, club location thingy. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Mm-mm-mm. Mhm. Now there's music. The last song was pretty quiet. This one should be a bit easier to hear. Unless I got it turned down too low. Which admittedly is a possibility, because I did have to... Yeah, okay. I can fix that. The problem is, because I did that dance through my client last night, and when I'm playing the music through my microphone, I have to turn the volume up on Spotify so that it actually comes through properly. So then when I went to start streaming today, I was like, oh, gotta turn the music back down. And I might have turned it down a little bit too low. I mean, I don't really want it like super loud for these streams anyway. It's more just kind of background noise. Now, if I was doing a VR stream, I would absolutely want the music a bit louder. The problem is, though, like, if I actually turn the music up to the point where it's a decently loud on stream, it's a little too loud for me. And I have trouble, like, even just hearing myself speak, much less other people if I happen to be in a call with, you know. Like the audio slider on OBS is actually turned all the way to the top. Like, I could go in and put like a gain filter on there to make it a bit louder, but that's a lot of effort, honestly. Mhm. Ba, ba, ba. Oh. Wonder if anybody will join tonight. Don't think Elite will. Looks like he's busy with other things. I've seen some pop-ups for him using various programs. I don't know if Tilly or Rids will be joining or not. They might. I mean, we're only about half an hour past my usual start time, even though I've been going for almost 2 hours now. Mm, I know their sleep schedules tend to be kinda iffy anyway, so like even if I start like when I usually do, about half an hour ago, sometimes they still don't join until like an hour or two into stream. They're just funky sleep schedules. Okay, there we go. It's all been tedded. Now I just need to go get the baler. Now I gotta drop the tedder off in the shed here first. Then go get the baler. If memory serves, I believe, is freaking all the way down the other side of the farm. kind of an oversight on my part. Really should have the baler up this end since, you know, is the place that it is getting used most often. Although, I guess it also still kind of makes sense down here as well, because this is the bale shed. It's where I'm keeping my bales for the animals. Yo. Oh, there's like a almost half a bale in here already. Stretch? You want me to stretch while I'm driving? Oh my goodness. Don't want to crash into my wool pallets there and send them flying all over the place. Stretch. Good stretch. Good stretch. Mm. Ba-ba-ba-bow. Mm. Meow.
Sorry I am late. Hopefully you all are doing great.
Oh, doing pretty okay. And I genuinely do not expect people to show up right at the start of stream. It's just, you know, whenever. Or not at all if you don't feel up to it, you know. Your time, you do with it what you want. Sure, there's much more interesting things to be doing than watching a boring person like me play a boring farm game anyway. Wow. Okay, good. There's one thing I hate when bailing. It's when a bale gets dropped off right in front of another row that you still have to do. And it's like right in the path that you have to drive in. Get that row. Like that one almost did. This one did do earlier, but it's far enough out that I can go around it. Meow. Meow. Thank you for the head pats. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Meow. Meow. Oh, howdy, howdy, Duggan. How you doing? Wow. You're only saying that because I talk about, like, strip clubs and being a whore and stuff. Doing good? Awesome. Awesome. Good to hear. Ba 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 ba. Sis, you should have a little farmer hat PNG on top of you for these streams. What kind of farmer hat, though? There's many different traditional farmer hats from many different cultures around the world. Mm. Well, I don't know about suits, but I mean, since I grew up in England, I would be kind of partial to the type that they wear there. Um, I believe one of the NPCs does in fact. Yes, Ben here, this type of hat, or very similar to that anyway. It's the kind of thing that is traditional farmer hat wear in England. Mm. Of course, there's also still the classic straw hat. If we were still playing on Hutan Pantai, I'd be very tempted to go with the classic Asian straw hat, the conical one that they use when they're out in the rice paddies and stuff. I mean, I can't do like any fancy, like, well, I suppose, well, it'd be a lot of work to actually add a proper one in 3D and stuff, but like a flat 2D image with a transparent background, I could totally add into Vignon as something that would just like sit on my head. And it would just work the same way that the head pat thing does, where it will actually move around with my head. It'll still obviously be a 2D image superimposed on top of my avatar, but it'll be there and it'll move with my head. So, you know. Haven't really got the energy or energy? Not really energy, motivation. Haven't really got the motivation to take the time to go looking for something to use though. Because when I'm not actually streaming, I'm either busy with work or I've got stuff to do around the apartment or, you know, I've got other things I should be working on, like my club server, going to events, which is a form of advertisement for me basically now. At some point, I have to get the whole VR tracking thing set up for Vignon so I can have arms and wait. So I can have arms and then start doing my my YouTube series that I want to do. Which I have made progress on getting the map set up the way I want it for that series. I've been slowly working on it. I mean, arms that can actually move so that I can like gesture to things and you can see me using my steering wheel and stuff. Look, it's only two plates and a roaster, okay? Don't get at me about my dishes, dang it. Hmm. Damn it. Alright, swing around. Boop, 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 boop. See, this is absolutely... Like when I'm doing a realistic playthrough, like with my YouTube series I want to do, this is so much easier. So much easier. I actually enjoy... I could have a flatbed trailer up here to load these on, but since I'm just keeping them for the animals anyway, and just transport them like this, it's fine. But like the main reason I always used to do the round bales instead of the square bales was because transporting the round bales was just easier. Mostly because the I would primarily be doing them using the well, assuming I wasn't using an autoload trailer from a mod, I would mostly be using the base game auto stack trailers, which the one for the round bales is far superior. It holds more bales, and when you unload them, it just pushes them out the back and lets them slide along the ground. Whereas the one for the square bales actually has to tilt back and go vertical and drop them off in a tower kind of arrangement, which is very awkward for trying to get them into a shed. It's fine if all you're doing is going to take them down to a sell point, but if you're trying to get them into a shed, it's very awkward. So like just handling and transporting was always easier to do with the round bales. Even though it was slightly annoying that you had to stop to unload a bale when you were baling, you know, it's still easier. I say, unless you were using like a mod trailer with auto load, in which case it really didn't matter. But obviously, you know, auto load is not really something I can use if I'm wanting to go realistic. So, but this thing here, oh my god, this makes it so quick and easy to do square bales. Yeah. And I said I could have just a regular old flatbed trailer up here to load these onto, and it would stack really nicely. It'd be so easy to stack them on a trailer. Which is another issue with doing bales in a realistic playthrough. If you're not using the auto stackers that come with the game, it is very hard to get neat stacks. Wow. Ooh, 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 ah, oh, well, hello, Australia. I really do need to get a bigger weight for the back of this tractor, though. Ba, ba, ba. I'm doing pretty okay. Pretty okay. Oh, I do have to remember to refill the cow's water before we change months. I mean, that would be something I could do on the streams. Yes, if I had the if I had working arms, I could absolutely dance to Caramel Dancing. Mm. You see how easy that is to stack there? And it's just as easy to do it on a trailer as well. Oh, hello Marcus, how you doing? Mm-hmm. Okay, I am not familiar with that, and it sounds like it's something that I probably don't want to know about. 3 attacks. Wait, what? What? What the heck? What happened? What happened? Mm-mm, mm-mm. Oh, oh dear. I know she was doing a VR thing tonight, like a game thing, her 18 plus hangout thing. Was it something in one of the games that caused it? Mm, or is it just like some real world thing that big lags and light flash? Oh, okay, okay. So it was a uh caused by connection issues then for the most part. Okay. But she is doing okay now though, right? Mm, or like hardware, I guess, since she wanna get a new PC. Oh, that makes sense. I did see she added a whole bunch of PC hardware to her throne list the other day. Fine, she's fine and doing lewd things? Okay, so she's 100% then. If she's doing lewd things, she's totally back to normal. Mhm. I mean, I know you're in Goddess's server, Skyper, so I know that you can get both of us together for things. Not a really good setup. Sent her a complete one, made by me and piece. Okay. See, I didn't really look at what parts she had put on the list. I just saw parts and I was like, oh, she's wanting to build a PC. Yeah, yeah. I was just thinking that, oh yeah, I said that and I was like, oh yeah, that it might be a little bit pricey for Skyper. That would definitely be one you would have to save up for. Yeah, no, me and Goddess were talking about that in DMs the other day. And like the whole the thing came up about how like some Fansly creators will charge like $100 an hour for the you know, the VR escort stuff. And you know, it was like, yeah, her prices are probably she readily admits that her own prices are um kind of on the high side of reasonable. You know, they're not into the crazy kind of range like the $100 ones, but they're, well, I mean, you know they're higher than mine, but you know, it's yeah. Time to get back to streaming to that PayPal cash. Right? Some testing. Probably gonna have to upgrade my GPU soon. Oh, what GPU do you have? 0.8K is within budget for PC. It should handle BR. Jeez. Well, I mean, if she wants to, if she's going to try and do it through Throne, admittedly, it will take a while, probably, to get what she needs. But she doesn't have to really limit herself to a dollar amount like that. And I mean, she could also... Oh, I'm gonna have to speak to her about this, actually. She could, like, run promotions. Like, run a promotion for her services where, like, she'll accept, contributing towards one of her computer parts on Throne in lieu of payment or whatever. Oh yeah, absolutely avoid Windows 11. Yeah, 100%. Freaking trash. Not gonna get that up there, am I? Okay. Down on the ground it goes. I know she has discounts till the end of the month, but I'm just saying, like, the, like, she needs a new PC. When you get right down to it, trying to get stuff like that through Throne and just, you know, generous donations from people is going to take a while. So in order to speed things along, she could offer that kind of promotion, like once her current one is finished or whatever, you know. Once she gets an actual decent parts list put together and adds them all to her throne, she could just say, hey, you know, doing this promotion where, you know, do services in exchange for putting the money towards my one of my PC parts. I can give her 200 years next month when I get money again. Ah, I see. Seen crazy people buy a whole TV per streamer. Well, yeah, but that's crazy people, and you can't rely on that kind of stuff happening. And when it does, it's very infrequent. Like, I think I had one time early on, back when I was still in the Catgirl avatar, somebody donated through my PayPal, like $500. $500. I have never seen that amount again. Not in a single payment. That was like a fluke, a one-off. And I do not expect to ever see that again. And you really can't rely on that kind of thing. And for something like, as I said, for something like the getting a new PC that she clearly needs for her VR stuff, apparently. Really, it's if you want to get it in any reasonable length of time, you can't really be just relying on people to randomly decide to contribute to it. Ba, 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 ba. Also, you know, the other thing, but I already spent... Speaking of the other thing, have you settled on a time yet? Whoop. Or is it still up in the air? I mean, obviously I would hear about it eventually, but, you know. Bad Skyfer, down. I see. Mm-hmm. Yes, I know she did speak to me about it in DMs the other day. And I told her my availability, so we'll see. Yes, bonk the Skyfer, and not in the British way. Even though he's a mod, even though he's my mod, he still has to pay for that. Look, I'm running a business here, okay? You know, I gotta make some money somehow in order to pay off all my debt. And it's just you know, kind of poetic that I use the VR gear that got me in the debt to pay off the debt. So, you know. Mm. Right, that's all my bales collected. Excellent. These two are gonna go down on the grass next to the cow shed. The first ones that'll get put in cow shed, cow pasture. The first ones that'll get put in once the current ones are used up. I'm gonna take a shortcut across here. Ba, ba, ba. Also, I need to stop this here for a second. I can up to this. Empty that in there. Pop up. Grab some more water. Oh. Ow! That was a power pole. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, right. I can go up over this way. I don't need to go through the farmyard. Cut across here. Boom. I'm just gonna leave this one here because this is basically all we're using it for these days. Okay, let's just double check here. The cows are taken care of. Still got 10 months till this next batch is ready to go. Ready to sell, I should say. Sheep are fine. Production. Okay, got enough fish food. Any? No. Okay. Okay, no. Have anything that's not showing up here. Okay, so. Oh, hello. Oh. Oh. It looks like we've actually got higher than peak prices at. Wait. That's not what it was just showing a second ago on the other one. Okay. Oh yeah, it is. Never mind. Okay, yeah, I was looking at the wrong. I'd take the wool down to the spinnery and get like 30, almost 30, or almost 38,000 for it. That might be worthwhile. Um, what vehicle do I want to use for that? I suppose we'll probably use the van. Yeah, we're gonna have a crap load of little baby fishies to sell. And that should hopefully net us enough money to start the offshore fishery stuff so that we can have some adult fishies to sell and make even more money. Well, it's wool time at the moment. I'm gonna go grab the wool pallets, take them over to the spinnery, which is currently offering higher than maximum price. All right, the 20 zone here. Curb my tires. Oops. Damn, I'm actually managing to keep it almost spot on 20. Okay, I started speeding up a little bit there. Oh, have a good one, Marcus. Okay, to hell with this sticking to the speed limit crap. Ah, there's the national speed limit sign right there, right before the turn to my farm. Of course. But I mean, like I said, Goddess already spoke to me, and I told her my hours, like when I was available. So I'm just waiting to hear what she says, honestly. Okay. Damn, this thing has a annoyingly large turning circle. Okay, actually, wait, where am I? Where is the spinnery? Stop it. I wish the map would stop responding to my joystick. Super annoying. Spinnery is over here. Okay. So I could go back up here, or I could go down through here. No, this is probably the shorter route. Honestly, yeah. Hmm. Thank you for the head pats, Marcus. I don't know if I said that already or not. I'm kind of dumb sometimes. Really? And you didn't lose on purpose? Oh my goodness. First fight was against the tentacle monster and you didn't lose. See what happened. You do know most tentacle monsters do have certain appendages designed to work with male anatomy as well, right? They're not just for females. Although, admittedly, you do have to enjoy that aspect of it as well, because they're not going to not do that. You keep claiming it's not lewd D&D, but you told me the other day that the DM literally had to tell you guys that you weren't allowed to pick sex worker from the list of available jobs. Which tells me that this particular version was designed to be a lewd version. Regardless of how you guys are playing it. Mm-mm. But I mean, if he did, I only have myself to blame for putting the idea in his head. He just wants to emulate me, that's all. Don't think you could do that jump, and you think I can? Bruh, I'm not very good at it either. Oh, yep. Mm, that was close. It did not break as quickly as I was expecting it to. Mm, but what use would there be for a cyber PP if you're not going to get to use it? Come on, Skyper, come on. Think about it. Why would he let you have a cyber PP if you're not going to be able to use it at some point? Oh damn, that's quite a bit more than what I was expecting. The last load I brought down to did like 30,000. And that one did 20, so that's like 50,000. I was only expecting like 38,000 total. Damn. Okay. Alright, I'm not gonna complain. Hmm. Oop. Decision to upload to YouTube. But now it could sound worse. That's alright, they can just upload that particular session to Fansly. Mm. Why did I bring this back here? We've basically just been using... Well, I guess... No, we haven't really been using it down at the fish place. We've been using it to take food to the fish place. That was why it was down there previously. Wait, what? The heck did it still have tension straps on? That'll be a good place to park it for now, I think. Okay, so we got a nice little bit of cash from selling the wool there. Uh, we... Oh, okay, we have weeds. Okay. Um... Okay. Let's... We'll take this one. Oh, wait a second. Oh, this one doesn't have multiple steering modes. Damn it. Yeah. Okay, before I need to check. Did I grab the pulse width modulation? Didn't grab the weed seeker though. Why not? Because it was too expensive to get both at the time, and I thought I was going to be doing liquid fertilizer, so I grabbed this one because that was more important for liquid fertilizer. Okay, we can throw on the weed seeker though. We have enough money for that. That will let us save considerably on the herbicide that I'm about to go pick up now. Check. How much does this one hold on it? 1,200 liters, so not even full IBC. But this one, 1,500. Okay. So if we get the front tank, we can fit a full IBC in there between them, and that will actually last quite a while. On the other hand, I don't really need the front tank because even that 1,200 liters is going to be plenty for doing like all of our fields if we have to do them all in one go. Hmm. Ava or Helm? Now I get Helm. Not that it makes any difference. They're all the same price. They all do the same job. It's just... Okay. Have a good one, Estrella. Yeah, I don't think I'll bother picking up the front tank just yet. I don't really need it. I'll just run down and grab the herbicide to put in here. You know what? While I'm down here, I am going to get a weight as well. Not really for the spray, like countering the sprayer, although I will be bringing it back up on the front of this tractor with the sprayer. More for putting on the back of the little JCB for using the whatchamacallit. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Now, I don't usually buy weights, so I'm gonna have to, it might take me a bit to freaking remember where they are. There they are. So, the big one that we have at the moment is the 1000, the New Holland 1000. Um, mm, I am thinking... Well, they're not really very expensive, so I'm thinking we'll try a 1500, see if that's enough. If not, we can always jump up to like 1800 or something. Wow, point. Have a good night, Skyper. 2300. Oh, we got a 2500 there. Yeah, I think we'll try 1500 first. Mm. Heck. Here we go. Oh. Because we have the spot spray, we are going to use very little of this herbicide on a single field. Boom. Right. Go. We are deading the weed. Although if I had done this last month, I could have just used the hoe that we have in the shed. Which would result in a lower environmental score, but it looks nicer because it actually completely removes the weeds instead of leaving these dead like these dead plants in the field. Hi Thomas, how you doing? Mm, good, awesome. What we love to hear. Really? It's not gonna take me all the way around the corner? Did for the freaking fertilizing. Junk. Testing out a dual linear rifle build in ACs. I'm assuming that's Armored Core. Since I don't think Ace Combat has linear rifles. Hmm. Unless there's like something vastly different about Ace Combat 6 that I was not aware of, having not played it. I don't know about Ace Combat. I know Project Wingman had railguns. I don't know about Ace Combat though. I haven't really gotten all that far into number 7, so I'm not sure. Certainly didn't have them in the other game that I have played in the series, which was number 5. Or I should say, the only one that I have played extensively in the series. Also, I'm not entirely sure how you would get a linear rifle. Because my understanding is a linear gun is basically a rail gun. Essentially, it's just a different name for it. The term rifle specifically refers to... Oh, and we've got an ad break. Never mind. I guess we'll wait. Still a minute 20-ish. Let me just check here. Yes, we got all the weeds. Okay, good. Mm. Yeah, see, we barely used like 7%. Yeah, there we go. Ad break done. Right. Like I was saying, even though most people these days tend to use the term rifle to refer to honestly any kind of long arm, like, you know, your assault rifle and an actual like rifle, like a sniper rifle or whatever. Um, from a technical point of view, the term rifle can really only be applied to a weapon in which they've cut rifling grooves into the barrel to make the projectile spin and stabilize it gyroscopically. If if the barrel of the gun does not have rifling, it is not a rifle. Um, the trying to remember which way around this goes. Yeah, so like by technical definitions, by the technical definition, modern SMGs would um not be, but they would uh warrant the rifle label because the barrel is rifled. Shotguns do not because they are smoothbore. They don't have any rifling in the barrel. I forget which way round was it. Hold on. I gotta look this up now because I can't remember. My military hardware knowledge is failing me. Okay. Right, yeah, okay, it is the way that I thought. So, it's not just handheld firearms that it applies to either. The main gun on the Challenger 2 tank is a rifle because it is a rifled barrel. The American M1 Abrams uses a smoothbore barrel. But the British Challenger uses a rifled barrel, so it is technically a rifle, despite the fact that it's like, I think like 125 millimeters or something like that. But yeah. So I'm not entirely sure how you can have something that can classify as both a linear gun and a rifle. I'm not sure how that works. Admittedly, my knowledge of electromagnetic weapons is rather limited, but I'm pretty sure the difference between a linear rifle and a standard railgun, I think... Yeah, I think the difference is that there isn't actually any contact. Like, a linear gun generates a magnetic field inside the barrel that propels the projectile and keeps it centered in the barrel without the projectile actually touching the barrel. Unlike a railgun, where the projectile literally has to act as a bridge between the two different rails to provide the to let the current move and generate the magnetic field that propels it. Okay, I think animals are all good. Yep. Fish food is good. These don't sell till July. Okay. Yep. Gonna be May. I will need to. I will need to deal with the weeds in the. Oh wait. Yes, I will need to deal with weeds in that one next month, I think. Unless I plowed it, but no, I didn't. No, because I used the planter. Yeah, it was direct drill, so I will need to deal with weeds in there. But I will not be using the sprayer for those because it will be in the first growth stage. So I will just use my mechanical weeder, which will be quicker, easier, and looks much nicer. Yeah, there they are. I might as well open up the shed while I'm here. Okay. And we'll take the JCB again. Mm. You will need to lower that down to get it out through the doors. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Yep, there we go. Alright. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Sorry, I just went on a complete rant about technical designations of weapons and oh my goodness. Including fictional ones, because nobody's actually made a working linear gun. Mind you, an argument could be made that, well, I can't really say that nobody's made a working railgun, but nobody's really made a practical railgun. Again, the problem comes down to just physics, honestly, and the way that railguns work. Like I said, the whole thing where the projectile literally has to contact both rails in order for the gun to work at all. Our material science isn't that great at the moment, so the rails wear out really quick. Like, I don't know any specific numbers, but I'd imagine the number of shots they're getting in the existing prototype railguns is probably only in the hundreds before they have to completely replace the barrel. Which, for a military weapon, is not acceptable, frankly. Most projectile weapons, especially large ones mounted on, like, tanks and ships and stuff, I think their mean, like, rate of failure, like, how many rounds they can fire before there's the increased possibility of damage to the barrel necessitating replacement is probably measured in the hundreds of thousands of rounds. Which, quite frankly, for this day and age and the low amount of conflict that most nations see in this day and age, basically means that your average tank will never wear out its barrel before it gets replaced by a newer model. Certainly for most of the Western powers. Mm-hmm. I mean, obviously, they still have to undergo regular maintenance. They can't just leave them alone and expect them to make it to that, you know, mean rate of failure number. And you get the odd outlier here and there where the barrel will actually fail before it hits that number. It is a mean number, not a guaranteed number. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Come to think of it, I'm not sure if this really is quicker, you know? I mean, yeah, it moves faster, but it's also got, like, what, about half the working width of the sprayer? Um, Wait, no, it's... I think it's 15... Is it 15 meters for this one? 15 or 12, I can't remember. Oh, I'm gonna... Oh wait, no, I don't. Okay, jeez. Blah. I was about to say, oh, I'm gonna have to fertilize this as well. Then I was like, wait, no. I have precision farming running, and this is soybeans. You don't need to... You don't need to fertilize with soybeans, because they don't require nitrogen. In fact, they actually put nitrogen back into the soil, which makes them a good part of any crop rotation, because it does cut down on the amount of fertilizing you need to do for any follow-on crop in the same field. at 3:20, coming up on 10 o'clock. I might, I might call it a night here soon. Partially because I'm sleepy and I want to go to bed because I got to wake up early in the morning again. But also so that I can save the big fish sale for next week when hopefully Tilly and or Rids and or Elite can join and be present for the big sell-off. Mm. Right, that should be... Oh, here. Just a little bit down in the corner there, apparently. Whoop. Right, let's go nip that. Oh, right, because, yeah, one of these lines, even though it's stopped here, it does pick up again further down here to get that corner there, yeah. Like so. There we go. Mm. Bam! Oh yeah. Right through the hedge. Let's go. Shoop. Yep. Neum, 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 neum. Yes, I was right. I do to lower it to get it through that door. Ba, ba, ba. Mm. Now, before I log out and completely forget about this, I need to drop off this weight and pick up the bigger one that I just got from the shop earlier. Ba, ba, ba. There we go. Mm-mm. Actually, not entirely sure why I bothered disconnecting that, to be honest. Is literally the only thing we're going to be using this tractor for. Boop de boop. Uh-huh. Boop. Haha. Right, yes, I can do it with the joystick. Oh wow, that's immediately dropped some more, okay. Oh yeah, we got the full trailer load there and all the ones off to the side here as well. Jesus. Yep, that's gonna be a lot of freaking fish. Lot o' fish. You know what? Can't really stack them up like this with the pallet jack. All we can do is actually, rather than putting them all the way over there, I should just put them somewhere close by. Just to get them out of the way quicker. As long as we keep them somewhere out in the open so we can get the trailer up to them, it'll be fine. Mm. Okay, no more spawning. Excellent. I mean, not super excellent, 'cause, you know, more fishies means more profit, but... Oh, there is more spawning. Oh my goodness, what the hell? Okay, I gotta check. Okay, there's still 2 pallets of young trout in there, so oh my goodness. Okay. Mm-mm. Okay, so the blue containers are the trout. The gray ones are the salmon. Mm. Mm. Dun, 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 dun. All right. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm definitely using this in my series, so this is a neat little tool. As long as I don't go into first person with it, it's fine. First person is just kind of messed up. Like, for anybody who's not seen it, this is what the first person camera does. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It is upside down, and it will not let me change it, and that's giving me a headache. Well, I suppose before I log off, I should probably grab some more fish food to put in. Which was one of the main things we were using this van for. Mm. Doop doop. Meow. Boop. Animals, animals, animals. There we go. Food. Fish. Fish. Food. We can take an entire set. I think it would actually let me take a couple more as well, but that should be plenty. Oh, not close enough to that. Those ones are... Oi. Dingus. Here we go. Well, we're a little top heavy here. I could feel the truck. I can feel the truck trying to lean further than it should when I'm cornering. Oh, well done. Bonk. Mm-mm. That looks like canola in that field. Mm. Mm-mm. Boop. Done and done. And yes, that's basically, yeah, it's good enough for the next month. Ha ba ba ba. Check something here though. This is 60 cycles per month. This is 48. So why are they saying that the wheat one is the only one worth doing? I'm gonna have to go watch Farmer Cop's video on that and see what reasoning he gives for the wheat one being the only one worth doing. Because to my mind, the oat one is better. Same number of soybeans. The canola and sunflower are the same. And there's like, it takes 10 less oat than the wheat. And you're getting 60 cycles per month instead of 48. I mean, technically, if you're going purely in terms of cycles, the sorghum one is the best. But it also requires olives, which are a bit of a pain to do. Um, yeah, like the only reason I can think of is that all three of these can be harvested with a grain header, whereas the sunflowers need a corn header. But I mean, that's not much of a difference to base it on. I mean, you want to get technical about it? Like, the wheat and canola can be planted with a seeder, but the soybeans need a planter. So whichever one of these you're going to do, you're going to need... well, actually, no. If you do this one, you only need a planter because sorghum is done with a planter as well. Like, the oat and wheat one, you're going to need both a seeder and a planter in order to do it. Or just, use the combo one like I have at the moment. But yeah, anyway. That will be that for tonight, I feel. For anybody watching on the YouTubes, thank you very much for joining. Apologies, there's a little bit of a kerfuffle. Audio stream's current bitrate 0. Why is the bitrate 0 for the audio on YouTube? What the hell? Don't tell me there's been like no audio on YouTube this entire time. Nah, I'm gonna kill something. Alright, well, anyway, if anybody on YouTube is watching and can hear me, thank you very much for joining us. Don't forget to check out my profile for links to other things that I do. And I will see you tomorrow for some Mech Warrior.